for all the apps, the apps need to rely on the lower layer. The lower layer should be the transport layer. And the transport layer serving as the service provider to the app layer, right? So here, I don't know, we should have the service provider for an app. And who provides the service to that app? It should be the transport layer here. Therefore, we should discuss transport service provided for the app. Well, we will have many possible requirements for the service provided. First of all, data integrity. We should have the exact data, not the incorrect or maybe partially correct data. So 100 reliable data. Is it 100 reliable data? If so, it is one type of data integrity. Or maybe no, it doesn't matter. Well, but you can let me know and then I receive it. Of course, we can have at least two types: data integrity and timing, to receive it within a time period or not. Throughput. What is the rate of the throughput? Can you provide the minimum rate, or maybe you should have some level of the throughput? Talking about the requirement, then we can have the possible service, and so that we can have the transport service. And the actual one can include security. Can you have the encryption, decryption, and of course we should have the description. The others, well, integrity here. If you want to have the 100% reliability, and then we care about integrity. Well, if we have those items, then we can have the resultant service, and we have a mixture of all the previous requirements, and we can have the different service. In fact, we should have the mixture to have the different service. However, if we check this for the file transfer, can we have data loss? No data loss. How about throughput? Here, elastic. Elastic means we can have any value. So elastic. And how about time sensitivity? No. You can only have it at any convenient time instant. And likewise email. And likewise web document. However, for real-time audio and video, we can tolerate loss. All right. And how about the throughput for audio video? We can have the range. And how about time? You cannot time so that. So of course we can have the timing set for the audio and video. And likewise for streaming. And maybe similarly for interactive. However, for text messaging, no loss for sure, and the rate actually is elastic. However, for time, because of messaging, of course, we are waiting, so you cannot let me have the response to that. So we have the timing associated with text messaging. Well, up to now, something like we consider some different apps. Here we have apps, and apps with different requirements. All right. With the different requirements, and then we want to have the mapping. Any transport layer to serve the apps, and so that the app can meet. The app can have the proper meet requirement. And so then I can choose, for example, one of the service. And here, TCP claims. Well, I can provide the following service: reliable transfer, flow control, congestion control. As for the others, transport does not provide, including timing, rate, and security. Alright, so this is a service claimed by TCP. And finally, TCP mentioned I should have the connection. You should establish the connection before you want to have the communication. Well, I go through quickly. Reliable transfer provided by TCP, flow control by TCP, congestion control by TCP, and TCP needs to have the connection oriented process. And for UDP, UDP says unreliable, and I don't provide the others as well. Finally, we have a question here. Well, this a UDP you claim you don't have the specific maybe service here, but why we should have UDP? Faster is correct, but at least if I have a TCP service, and you should have the others for sure, right? And you can think one simple one, something like is UDP. So faster is correct. If we have a UDP, we can have the faster communication possibly. As for faster, why later we can explain. But at least we should provide the other options. Alright, so even it's really simple, and it seems to be no specific service here, but we still need to have the option, and the option is UDP. If you don't think so, you can have the other option as well, and so you can have the TCP, UDP, and the others. In fact, yes, we can have the others, but we just mentioned the two. The two, it doesn't mean we just have the TCP and UDP. No, we still can have the others. Even you want to define for you to have the actual one, it's fine. But right now, we already have TCP and UDP for maybe initially for simplicity. Because if we want to provide two options, at least we can provide TCP, we can provide UDP, and the UDP actually can have the faster communication for sure. Well, so about the answering, is okay? Maybe for some reason faster, at least to have one extra option. So we have TCP, UDP, but think about this. Even for TCP, we don't have timing. We don't have minimum throughput. However, for the apps, some of them are asking for the minimum rate and how to guarantee, for example, the minimum rate. First of all, if you want to guarantee, sorry, TCP, I cannot guarantee this. If TCP doesn't know, I cannot guarantee any possible solution to guarantee the minimum throughput by network layer. If yes, raise your hands. By link layer? By physical layer? No, right? Oh, yes? Okay, by physical layer. So one of our students mentioned by physical layer. However, by the app layer, actually by the app itself, or one you by OS. So here, maybe let me have three options. By layer lower than the transport layer, and by OS, and by the app itself, the app layer. Which one you prefer? So first of all, layer lower than transport layer, maybe one, right? Physical layer. So maybe one. And by OS, maybe a few. By the app layer itself, no. Well, the answer is yes. By the app layer For example, here, I request the throughput guarantee. Can you guarantee this? Transport layer, let me know. No. And in fact, it's impossible for lower layer. All right. By OS, in fact, you can think about by the app, and the app maybe should have some implementation by the OS, but not many by OS. But should implement by yourself. Well, I need the service, but you cannot provide it. However, I want to use it, so I should find the solution by myself. So yes, by the app layer itself. All right, so this is concept. I should pass it to you. If TCP cannot provide the minimum rate guarantee, then the app layer should find the solution. In fact, some other discussion can directly have the solution. I just mentioned we should do something like that. For UDP, yes, if we have a UDP, then the app should consider if we want to guarantee something else, the app should take care of those things. Well, even we have some service, but finally, no choice, we need to choose one. Previously, we have all the service here. We have the final mapping. TCP, 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 or UDP, TCP, UDP, or TCP. Well, here I want to make sure. For file transfer, we have only choice TCP. Why? Yes, reliability, then we choose TCP. And it should be the same reason, TCP, TCP to TCP. All right. Because of reliable data transfer provided by TCP, so the three types of service choose TCP. And maybe for UDP, you don't have any fixed UDP. Why? In fact, UDP is just an option, and maybe not satisfy all the requirements, so it doesn't mean we should choose UDP. But look at this. If we have the priority set for interactive games, normally we choose UDP first, and then TCP. Why? Faster. Yeah, correct. Why faster provided by UDP? Because TCP has the congestion control, and so that it throttles the rate, maybe lower rate, so that you cannot proceed faster. So UDP, yes, if you consider the factor of fast or not. Faster, then you should choose UDP. And faster for UDP interactive games, even for audio video, we should choose UDP. However, for Dash actually based on HTTP. Because of HTTP, right? So of course Dash, we choose TCP. If we don't use HTTP, actually audio video interactive games, internet telephony, normally we prefer UDP because of faster. All right, and here we have the other option. If you don't like it, you can use TCP. You can use TCP, but normally we can have a UDP only. But someone doesn't like it, so we still have a TCP. But normally, the first priority should be UDP. And then we have one more question. How about network management? if we are asked to have the TCP or UDP to support the apps for network management. So which one you think you should use? Network management for networking issues. Network management. For example, you want to monitor the status of the network. Yeah. So for that issue, then you have network management. And which one you prefer, UDP or TCP? One, TCP. Any other? UDP. Of course, you should understand TCP or UDP. In fact, like this, but finally for network management, we prefer UDP. Network management, it's UDP. Why? Well, I want to monitor some status, but finally, because of network congestion, you cannot receive anything. However, if you choose TCP, no, you don't let me have the answer. You don't let me have the answer. You don't let me have the answer. So I wait for your answer. If so, then network control or network management should take time for control and consume all resources. If so, not okay. Why not okay? If I want to monitor the status of the network, at this moment I can have the record, but I will check it frequently. So next time I still have the chance to check it. Basically, I don't have the answer, but right now I can have the answer. It's still acceptable. Because of all of the reasons here, finally for network management, we will choose UDP. Alright, so that's it. Network management, normally we will set UDP for the app. Alright, that's it. So let me start here. And before we have we take a rest. Any questions? If no, take a rest.